What are you thankful for, Grandma?
Well, they had the school.
I'm thankful for Grandpa
They wanted
and
All right.
all of our little chickens.
We got a bunch.
We're blessed.
I'm thankful for a nice family, and I love children. Someday I hope to be a veterinarian.
Okay, are we tuned up, gang? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Birthday, dear Grandma.
Walking.
Hello, my name is Orrin Lee Herberger, Jr. I was born on March the 1st, 1939 in Rolla, Missouri. I was not born at a hospital. So they said I was a blue baby, which I thought was pretty cool because I like the blues, but I came through it. My parents are Orrin Lee Herberger, Sr. and Viola Victoria Ponzer, before she got married, of course. They both worked at the shoe company in Rolla. The oldest memory I have as a child is in my grandparents' old house on the banks of the big Dry Fork River in Phelps County, Missouri. I remember swinging on the old swing there in the yard. They had this monstrous oak tree and had a big swing with a very long chain, and we used to like to swing on that. Starting with my dad, he was very handy. He could do a lot of things, and he was very good at metalworking. He was what's known in those days as a hammersmith. In other words, it was like a blacksmith, but he used power equipment. And now Mom was always very handy. She was a great cook. She liked to make crafts. She was a little bit on the artistic side. And the one thing that always amuses my sister and I is that there are so many pictures of Mom and Dad being photographed, sitting up in a tree or on a cliff, all kinds of odd places. They were good for that, so I always got a kick out of that. My brother's name was Ronald Wayne Herberger. My sister's Diane Lee Herberger. I did all the things most kids would do, running around, playing baseball and doing various things like that. A little bit on the serious side, but he liked to have a good time. He liked to hunt, he liked to fish. And Diane, at the same time, didn't like to hunt and didn't like to fish. My brother passed away some years ago, unfortunately. He was younger than me. And Diane is living in St. Louis, and we communicate a lot, and we go down to see her, and she comes up to see us. I met my future wife, Tony, in Afton, Missouri, where I lived. She lived a block away, just across the city line, so she actually lived in St. Louis. She used to wander down to see her girlfriend across the street from me, and became noticeable. And basically that's how we met. And we went on several dates. And well, actually our first date, we went to the Casa Loma Ballroom in St. Louis. Gene Vincent and the Blue Caps were playing there. What about Tony attracted me? Well, she was really built and cute. She had a really nice personality, and we seemed to hit it off almost immediately. And I guess that was about it. We just had a mutual attraction between us, and it came on very fast and lasted a long time. But after careful planning, Tony became pregnant with Christine, my daughter, my first daughter, my oldest child. Along came Christine, or Chrissy as she's known today. When I came out of high school, I started taking engineering classes. I started out as a draftsman, spent a number of years doing that. Then I became an application engineer, which is what I did at Ford Carter Carburetor at Ford Motor Company. And they needed a resident engineer in Detroit. They invited me to take a promotion and go there. And it was a difficult decision to leave everything in St. Louis. Because of that opportunity, we moved to Detroit, and that's the reason we did it. It meant a shift in our way of looking at things, and it did make changes in our life, all for the better. The things I'm the most proud of is my family. My lovely wife, Tony, my daughter Christine, my son Michael, and my daughter Ann. First of all, Tony, number one in my life and always will be. She's wonderful, and I always tell people we have a perfect marriage. She likes to cook, I like to eat. It's wonderful. And then there's Christine, my first child. What can I say about her? Well, she's tall, she's blonde, she's spunky, and we have a lot of fun with her, and we love her very much. And then there's Michael James. Michael is very industrious. He's very good at computers. I admire that very much, and he's my own tech, so every time my computer messes up, he comes over and fixes it. He's extremely good with his girls. He has 2 girls. And I just admire the way he's been able to pick up and run the household. Mike has 2 children. Selena, the oldest, she's a very, very nice lady. Then the other daughter is Ava, also a sweetheart, and she's an excellent singer. Then there's my youngest, which is Anna Marie. She's married to Larry. They make a very nice couple. Anna has always been we like to call her the baby of the family, but that's not really a good characterization, I guess, because she's very together and very able to keep the family going and do all the things she needs to do. And then she has 3 children. The oldest is Alyssa, who just turned 21 recently. She's very independent, and she's always willing to just step forward and try new things. She's very adventuresome. Next child of Anna's is Casey, my redhead, and she's a sweetheart as well. Joshua is our youngest and the tallest. My goodness, he grows every day. He mostly just enjoys working with the computers, so he's very handy with that. When I was young, as early back as I can remember, I had little odd jobs, and I would save dimes in a little bank. When I got $5 worth, I would take them to the bank. Always saved money all my life, and they should too, because there comes a day when you need some backup. And the other thing is just to do the right thing, take care of yourself, your family, and other people. Respect everyone. I like to joke around. I think I tend to be a little more serious than some people, but I also like to have fun, but I'd probably do it in a quieter way than a lot of other people do. I have always had a great fondness for music. When I was in St. Louis, I joined a band called the Spiders, and we played all over the area. Spider is what most people in the blues community know me by, so I started using the name Spider, and then I added Wolfgang in front of that, just because I liked it, and it just seemed to honor my heritage, my German heritage. And then since that time, I joined the Detroit Blues Society. Shortly thereafter, became involved with their board, and not too long after that, became president of the Blues Society. I love music. I enjoy live music. And lastly, spending time with the family. These are things I like.
Everybody gather round and listen to my song. I've only got one.
At least my own family, I hope they remember that I love them all. And I have a lot of respect for them, and I'm very proud of them.
Continue to give, continue to live.
I'm just happy with what we're doing, and we can just keep on, as the song
We
says.
just keep on keeping on. We just keep on keeping on. Many think that we have blown it, but they too will soon admit that there's still a lot of love among us, and there's still a lot of faith, war, and trust when we keep on keeping on. Before we dismiss, one thing I insist: when you have your young, remember this song. And our world's surroundings is leaps and bounds, ups and downs is reality. Teach them to be strong, and when they are grown, they can proudly imply that we were an alright guy. For all the wrong now is right. This nation's people are now united as one. And we just keep on keeping on. We just keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. We just keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on.
Hi, Dad. Just want to wish you the most happiest of birthdays. I love you so much.
Hi, Dad. Happy 80th birthday. Love you, and can't wait to eat cake with you.
Hi, Dad. You're my hero, my rock. I love you. Happy birthday.
Wish you the very best, and hopefully many, many more.
Just want to thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for your lovely daughter. And see you soon.
Hi, Grandpa. I hope that you have a wonderful birthday. You are the best grandpa I've ever had, and I love you.
Happy birthday, Mr. Herberger. Thank you for everything that you do.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. You're the best grandpa ever. We love you.
Hi, Grandpa. Happy 80th birthday. Thank you for everything that you do for me, my cousins, and my sister. We all love you so much.
Happy birthday, buddy. Love you.